Hey everyone, this is Paul, and welcome to Common Touch of Fantasy. Today we're going to talk about 5 months as a booktuber. What have I learned in those 5 months as a booktuber about myself? I have 10 things. Let's see what I learned about myself in the last 10 years. Or let's see what I've learned about myself in the last 5 months. Number 1, the way that I read and enjoy books is unique to me. No other person has the same reading style, reading speed, reading imagination as I. To compare myself to other people would be like comparing the uniqueness of a flower to another flower, or the uniqueness of one person to another person. We're all individuals, and we're all unique in the way we read. I can get something out of a book that someone else might not get out of the book. I might catch something that someone else might not catch. I might envision the book more clearly and more realistically in my mind while I'm reading, whereas someone else might just be able to read faster but not really visualize it as well. We are all unique readers. Number 2, no matter how fast someone reads, everyone will die wanting to have read more books. So if you've read 5,000 books in your lifetime, you're still going to be wanting to read 10 more books before you die. If you've only read 200 books in your life, you're going to be wanting to read more. Everyone wants to read more books. So in other words, it doesn't really matter how fast you read. It's that you are reading, and you're reading the books that you want to read, the books that really speak to you, and the books that are important to you as a reader. Because everyone will die wanting to read more books. Number 3, no one, not one person, will agree with you on every book that you read. Everyone has their unique approach, their unique opinion. No one is going to have the same taste of books that you do. This one was kind of difficult for me because there are certain books that I've read that I feel like everyone should like them, but then I hear people talk trash about them, or they hate the book, and that's okay. It took me a while to not react when someone says like, "Oh, I hate the Wheel of Time." I love the Wheel of Time, and when someone hates it, it's just like a part of me just like wants to be defensive, but you can't be, because everyone likes what they like. No one has the same taste in books. It's really helped me be less defensive about things. Number 4, I like flexibility with my reading. A lot of the things that I do are structured. What time I go places are structured. What time I do things are structured. I like flexibility in my main hobby. I do not like structure in my main hobby. It causes stress. Structure for me is things that I have to do. If I structure my books, in my mind it's like I have to do something, and my mind just doesn't like that. So the more flexibility I have with reading books, the better I am. Number 5, it takes a lot for me not to be so opinionated. Just by nature, I'm a very opinionated person. I like to speak my mind, and it's very difficult for me to know when to hold back and just let things be. But Booktube has taught me just to let things be. You don't have to say anything or defend yourself or defend a book or anything. Just let it be. It's okay. Number 6, I love to unravel complex worlds in my books. I never really knew this before I joined Booktube, but the books that I like the most is when I'm trying to figure out the world that is going on around where the book's happening. I love complex worlds. It's a mystery to me. The less the author gives for me, the more I like the book. I used to think I was a purely character-based person, but now I've noticed that I have become more of a a world person and more of a unraveling the world person. Number 7, I cannot read the same type of book many times. I have to mix my books up. I have to stimulate myself either intellectually or emotionally after reading books that might not do that. Fun books are great, but I can't read many fun books in a row. I have to have some intellectual stimulation. Number 8. This is kind of my personality. I would rather have close friends than a bunch of friends. That's just always how I've been. So in that regards, I would rather have like 20 booktubers that I comment on all their videos than have like 100 booktubers subscriptions and only comment on some of them. I would rather watch every video that certain people put out and not just random videos from everybody. That's just kind of who I am. Number 9, I don't really care that I have a large TBR. I like books. I like to buy books. I'm an adult. I can spend my money on whatever I want. If I want to spend money on more books, even though I have hundreds of books to read, there's nothing wrong with that, because that's what makes me happy. Would I like to have a smaller TBR? Probably. But more than likely, it's not going to happen, because I like to get books. Finally, the last thing that I've learned about myself being a booktuber is having a passion for something, having a passion for reading, allows me to fill the time within my day where I'm alone and I'm thinking, and I think about books, I think about the books I'm reading, I think about the books I've read, I think about the books I'm going to read, and this is so important to me now. It is invaluable. I used to think about all the mistakes I made. I used to think of all the pain that was caused to me. I used to think of all the wrongs that were committed against me. I used to think about all the mistakes I made, all the missed opportunities, all the failures. But now, in my alone time, driving somewhere, or just sitting around, just thinking, I think about books. And that's the greatest thing that has happened to me in the last 5 months from joining Booktube. I think about books much more than what I used to. And I'm so happy that that's the case. So those are the things that I learned the last 5 months being a booktuber. I appreciate everyone that has subscribed. I'm up to 140 subscribers now, which is pretty cool. I never realized that many people would want to watch me. So thank you for subscribing, and thank you for watching. Please leave a comment below, like it, or share below what Booktube has done for you. How has it changed you the most since you joined? Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.